Hey guys, this is Carrie with Abstract Wellness. Glad to be here with you today. Here to give you some information, hopefully, that will be able to put you on the right path in connection with yourself, your body, health and wellness, that sort of thing. So, again, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate you allowing me to come into your homes, your mobile devices, your offices, your laptops, whatever you are using to view this message. And I'm here on a helpful basis for informational purposes only. Anything that you do in regards to your health and well-being, please make sure that you do check with your physician and just to see if any changes you make are in your best interest. The information that I am offering you today is only for informational purposes only. However, it's my opinion and my opinion only. So again, welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system basically is a series of lymph nodes, lymphocytes, lymphatic fluid throughout your entire body from head to toe. You have a lymphatic system, and basically it's comprised of a network of tissues and organs that actually help rid your body of toxins and waste and other unwanted materials. And your lymphatic system does not have an actual pump, so there's no way, let's say if your lymphatic system is impaired or under duress, there's no way for your lymphatic system to just simply repair itself. Like if you get a cut on your arm or on your wrist or whatever, and your skin begins to heal and that healing process takes place, or the heart that pumps the blood throughout your body, that does not really occur with the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system, as far as the lymph nodes are concerned, those are considered to be, the best way I can put it, are like filters. And the lymphatic system basically transports lymph, which is like a fluid that contains white blood cells. It transports it throughout your body. So if that is in disarray, then you could be in trouble. And the lymphatic system basically has those lymphatic vessels and the glands and everything like that, which is very similar to the circulatory system, veins and capillaries, but it's connected to the lymph nodes. And that's actually where the lymph is filtered, basically through the lymph nodes. You have your tonsils, your adenoids, your spleen, thymus, all that is a part of your lymphatic system. So if you're having issues with your spleen, for example, that's part of your lymphatic system. Actually, that's one of the biggest, I would say, filters within the lymphatic system is your spleen. A lot of people that have had their spleen removed, which is called a splenectomy, they'll have problems more than likely down the road. They would need to take some sort of an enhancement of a drug that will help them in one way or another in regards to filtering out a lot of bacterial materials within their lymphatic system. And they don't do a lot of splenectomies, but they have been known to do them frequently, but it depends. It has to be like a severe situation or a dire situation to where they do them now, but there are doctors that still do splenectomies. Basically, there's hundreds and hundreds of lymph nodes throughout their body. They're located deep inside your body, and some of them are not so deep, such around your heart, your lungs, or closer to the surface, maybe like under your arm, groin, things like that, more towards the upper part of your dermis skin. Those are the ones you can feel, but the ones that are embedded very deep, you're not going to be able to feel those. And like I said, the spleen, which is basically on the left side of your body, just above the kidney, is basically the largest lymphatic organ. And you want to make sure that you try and take care of that. You don't want to injure that. There's nothing like, we used to say in surgery, there's nothing like a bleeding spleen, because it bleeds and bleeds and bleeds. It's very sensitive. So the lymphatic system basically helps you out in a lot of ways. It basically helps fight the bacteria that comes into your body, the diseases and things like that. Your adrenals, also when you get sick, you can kind of feel those underneath your lymph nodes, underneath your neck area. Sometimes this is what a person may say, hey, I'm getting sick, my lymph nodes are a little sore, they're a little tender. I mean, that's normally how you would, say, hey, I'm getting sick. Those, especially those with tonsillitis, they come down with tonsillitis every year. I was one of those people that did that, and I'm so glad that my mom did not get my tonsils removed. Those are basically filters as well. And what you want to do is, you can look at it from two different ways. You can look at it as, they help you or they hinder you. I think they help you, even though if you're maybe feeling sick, they still help you in a manner to where, they let you know that your body is fighting for you. However, in a few situations where people are not as lucky, they have a lot of problems. It's just more than like a tonsillitis issue or something like that, where a lot of diseases do begin in the lymph nodes, primarily because your lymphatic system does not have a pump. It's unable to pump a lot of that stuff out of your system. So there's a lot of doctors out there that believe, a lot of physicians, that a lot of diseases begin in the lymphatic tissue, more like the different adrenals and things like that in the lymph nodes. Normally, like certain types of cancers also begin in the lymph nodes as well, in the lymph tissue. And they think that a big reason for that is that you have your filters within the lymphatic system, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. If they don't, there's nowhere for that waste or that material to go. It builds up and it collects. And when it does that, it may calcify in some of the glands and tissues. And that's how a lot of the cancers that are out there begin as well. So you have your doctors or your physicians that state that, hey, this is how this disease begins. And you have some that say, hey, it doesn't begin like that. It begins another way. I personally believe the first option, the first thing that I talked about was that, yeah, I do believe that when we did a lot of studies about it, to me, it just made a lot of sense that if you have something of a buildup or a collection, that it doesn't stay in the same format or the manner or the state that it once was. It will progress, meaning there's a buildup or a collection of bacteria or germs in a particular area, such as a gland or a lymph node, and it can become something else if it's not taken care of. So I wanted to focus on the lymphatic system today and the things that I believe can really help people with their lymphatic system. They do have lymphatic massage out there. However, some people, they may benefit from it and some people may not. I've seen where people go in for a lymphatic massage and it works temporarily and they feel better, but then they feel crappy within the next week or so. So I think it works for some people and some people it doesn't. So I just wanted to touch base on that today and give you a few options in regards to what you can do at home, especially those of you out there that may or may not have health insurance. Even if you do, I think at this rate, there's a lot of people out there that may be losing some health insurance. And that's one of the reasons why I'm out here doing what I'm doing, giving you this information so that you have choices at your arsenal. The items that I'm going to discuss with you today, like I said, you're more than free to check with your physician or your healthcare provider. Each one of these options here are solely my opinion, in my opinion only. I have tested out these options as well, and I also have them in a mix of mine, and I know that they work. So if you have any questions about any of these options, please feel free to give me a call, email, what have you. I'll be more than happy to assist you. The first thing we're going to talk about today is Rehmannia. this is what Rehmannia looks like, and this is the cooked Rehmannia. You should see it's like little black chunks. Feels kind of like prunish. It's soft pieces. Rehmannia is a perennial. It's used a lot in Chinese medicine for a lot of different disorders related to kidneys and adrenal glands. And kidney imbalances can cause weaknesses in your lower back, your legs. Also, it can cause tinnitus, hearing loss. And Rehmannia is used to restore adrenal function and to purify your kidneys. So if you have any condition in regards to your adrenals, or which is a part of your lymphatic system, or your kidneys, this is a good option for you. This is an excellent option for you. No side effects. Rehmannia is said to cool down internal heat for those that follow Chinese medicine. And it also helps to decrease blood pressure without side effects. So those that happen to be taking any blood pressure medication, I could say that my mother, she takes blood pressure medication, but her dosages have been lowered dramatically. I have given her a concoction of other things. Rehmannia was not one of them, but this has been known to lower your blood pressure and not affect any medications that you may be on. And in Asia, they actually use Rehmannia for that as well, and also a tonic for the liver, kidney, and heart. And it treats other ailments as well. Also like anemia, diabetes, constipation, dizziness, urinary incontinence, women that are experiencing menopause, hair loss, irregular menstrual cycles, and other hormonal deficiencies. That's their go-to right there. It's kind of like a really powerhouse for a lot of Asian or Chinese medicine options. So, and over here, they treat blood sugar balance with Rehmannia. So if you have blood sugar issues, that's your go-to right there. And you want to just know that Rehmannia, the constituents found in Rehmannia, vitamins A, B, C, and D, amino acids, beta-cortisol, calcium, copper, glucose, glucosamine, mannitol, and zinc. So some of these compounds have very strong anti-inflammatory and antifungal properties. So this is a very good thing for you to have as an all-around arsenal in your cabinet. You need something like this if you're looking to get some things done within your body. And it's a very rich, it has a very rich taste to it, kind of starchy, but it's a very good thing to have to help you in regards to your health and wellness journey. The second thing I wanted to discuss with you is something by the name of red root. Red root right here looks like it is just some chopped up wood, but it's actually not. It's actually not. A lot of people underappreciate red root, and it has a lot of therapeutic uses for red root in regards specifically to your lymphatic system. It specifically supports your lymphatic system by way of cleaning worn red blood cells and other toxins out of your bloodstream. When you're talking about getting things out of your body, you want it out of your bloodstream. You want stuff that's in a liquid form or semi-liquid that's bad for you, that's considered to be a toxin, to be out of your body. Okay, you don't want it in your body. And the red root does that. It specifically does that for your lymphatic system. So if you're looking to detoxify and get those bad things out, that's what you need in your arsenal as well. It protects your body by cleaning and getting rid of those worn red blood cells. So that's very important when you look at what something can do for your body. If you're looking to heal yourself and get better and live your life to the fullest, you want to think about things like that. Lymph nodes that contain white blood cells known as lymphocytes, which produce antibodies. They protect us against infection by trapping and destroying dangerous pathogens, that's what you want to happen. You want the lymph nodes to be up to optimal performance. And that's a part of your lymphatic system, right? So you want them in optimal working condition. And that's what that does for you as well. So basically, if you have poor lymphatic circulation, it causes an excess of that lymph fluid to accumulate in the tissues, the adrenals, the lymph nodes, which causes swelling and tenderness. So when you're sick and you say, oh God, my lymph nodes are swollen, that's what that is. You've got that overproduction of that lymph fluid, and that's just what you can feel. So can you imagine if your spleen is going through that too? That's the biggest lymph right there. That's your biggest lymph node, is your spleen on the left side of your body, right underneath your left rib cage. So if you can imagine, if you can't feel it, the lymph nodes that are very deep within your body, if you can't feel those versus feeling these when you get sick, how do you know if your lymphatic system is not working for you? I mean, you really don't. Not unless you come down with some sort of a disease. Unfortunately, that's what happens. A lot of people go into their doctors and they take all these tests, and the doctor comes back and talks to you about red blood count, white blood cell count, and then they say, oh, your white's off, your red's off. Basically, that's what they tell you when you give them all of your blood. And they say, oh, your leukocytes are at this number. Oh, I see your plasma is right here, but your red blood cells are up, white blood cell count down. Your body must be fighting some sort of infection, but yet you went into the doctor and you were feeling fine, but your blood work says otherwise. It's more than likely your lymphatic system is fighting something on your behalf, and they'll say, hey, we need additional testing to test you for this, that, and the other. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the news is not good. As I stated before, they have linked a lot of things going on with the lymphatic system, a lot of disorders like cancer, to improperly balanced or improper working lymphatic system. So these items right here that I just explained to you will help you clean out or move some of that excess fluid out of your system. And I'm going to tell you how I know this in just a second when we go through this last one, this last example. The last example I want to talk to you about is Bupleurum. Bupleurum root, right here. I got it. See that? It looks like tree, like a tree root. Looks like a tree root that's been chopped up. It looks like it's just some old wood, you know. It's another Chinese medicinal root. And with the Bupleurum root, it focuses on the flow of the qi. The qi is meaning energy, and blood, period. That's what it does. Obstructed qi or obstructed blood flow. So if you have your blood flow is not good, okay? The flow of the things in your body is not good. There's some obstruction there. There's some things that you can do in order to restore that, but you have to know what to do. You just can't say, oh, well, it's not good and I don't know what to do. You got to know what to do. Bupleurum root, basically, it improves overall liver function and detoxification because it focuses on the flow of blood, but it specifically also works for the liver as well. So if you know someone, someone that's suffering from liver issues, this is something to have in your arsenal. And I like to say arsenal because these are things that are going to help you be the best that you can be, live the life that you're meant to live. Not in a doctor's office, not receiving a lot of drugs that's costing you. I mean, they're taking guesses at, oh, you need this drug or that drug. And whatever drug you take, believe me, if it's helping one thing, it's damaging another. That's what I've learned. Since the liver is basically one of the largest internal organs in our bodies, and it's responsible for many vital tasks, including getting rid of and neutralizing all kinds of toxins, the liver also makes bile, which helps the body absorb and properly utilize fats and fat-soluble vitamins. So with that said, since it has that function, this is something that you want in your arsenal. So keeping the liver working in the most optimal way is something that you want, because when we drink alcohol, which is something that affects the liver as well, when you intake of alcohol, when you eat processed foods, when you take medications that, whether you know about it or not, that affects your liver, pollution affects your liver. This herb has the ability to detoxify the liver and improve overall liver health. So imagine if you're doing all this, you're living day to day, you're breathing in this air, you're eating processed stuff, even though you don't mean to, you do it anyway, right? Of course. And you drink alcohol, even if a few glasses of wine here and there, if you drink more than that, you might want to see somebody about that. But any little amount of alcohol, it affects your liver. So all these outside extenuating circumstances have an effect on your body, and especially the ones that we just discussed have an effect on your liver. If this liver detoxifies your body, you're in trouble if you don't try to help your body out. And that includes the different areas of your body that's helping you live and breathe and walk and talk. So you might want to look into Blueperum. They have also used this actually to treat cirrhosis of the liver and liver cancer. So if you know anyone that's suffering from cirrhosis of the liver cancer, you might want to recommend that they have this in their arsenal as well. It boosts adrenal gland function, part of the lymphatic system, your adrenals. Yeah, you can't argue with that. This is something that you need. You need this. It also helps fight ovarian cancer. This also treats depression due to PMS or menopause. So it has a lot of functions. These are natural alternatives for you to use, but it's something that you can take on a day-to-day basis to help out your system. That's going to help you breathe. That's going to help you live the best that you can live without the use of medicating yourself, medicating the symptoms and not the actual root cause of what's going on with you. And that's why I like to share this information with those out there. Like I said, I've been in the medical field, and I don't have anything against all the good doctors, nurses, physicians, specialists that are out there. But I honestly think that we do have a system that is broken. I honestly believe we have a system that's broken. And there's a lot of things out there that work, and there's just a lot of things out there that don't work. They just don't work, and they were never meant to work because they were never meant for us to put them in our bodies. So if you really, really think about it, before the hospitals intervened and the money and the greed, we had natural things here on this earth that people were living off of the earth for years. And they had no issues. It treated their actual symptom and the disease. It treated the disease and the symptom at the same time. And it's it's here. It's not in a bottle. It's not in a laboratory. So I encourage you, I implore you to please, if you want to go on ahead and research this information, you can research it. You can contact me. I have a mix containing these items. It's called Lymphatic All Clear. It is on my website at www.abstractwellness.com. You are more than welcome to contact me if you have any questions about it. I will tell you that the Lymphatic All Clear does work. I've used it, and several other people have used it. And you will notice that there's going to be some stuff coming up out of your system, and you don't have to be sick. And you'll be amazed at when you start to do things for your body from a healthier perspective. Your body's going to thank you. You're going to feel great. You're going to feel good. You're going to look good. You're going to have a different outlook on life. And I just want to let you know, do not allow anyone to tell you what you can and can't do regarding your health, regarding your wellness, regarding your sanity. This is your life, and I implore you to go out there and live your life to the best that you can live it. Again, my name's Carrie. I'm so glad that you allowed me to talk with you. And remember, check me out on my YouTube channel, Abstract Wellness. Like my Facebook page. Go to my website, www.abstractwellness.com. If you have any questions at all, whether we've talked about it or not, whether it's on my website or not, please complete the contact information and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. And remember, to know better is to do better. Have a good one. Until next time.